Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Consider cooking.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a syrup for a breakfast. I mean, it doesn't have to be breakfast, but for a caffeinated matcha tea mix with coconut milk and a ginger pineapple syrup. What you're going to need is you're going to eventually need some coconut milk. You're going to need some sugar, some fresh ginger, and if you have never seen fresh ginger, this is fresh ginger. We'll have to peel that here in a second. You'll need some matcha tea, and matcha tea is a very fine powdered tea. We'll show you a close-up of that here in a little bit. And then you'll need some pineapple juice. And you could use fresh pineapple juice if you had a fresh pineapple that you could juice up. Otherwise, you could just use the can of the stuff like we're going to do. It doesn't really matter. What we need is we need about 1/4 of a cup of ginger. And we need that. You have to skin it, and then we're gonna have to dice it up really small. You can get fresh ginger from the grocery store. It's pretty easy to get. Matcha tea, you might have to order online. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from other specialty tea shops that exist online. If you've never smelled fresh ginger, it smells pretty awesome. You can actually just make a ginger tea too, just by chopping up this really fine and just brewing this. All right, we got our ginger peeled here. Hopefully this is gonna give us about 1/4 of a cup here, and then you just dice it up into fine, small chunks here. Make sure you're very careful with your knife. And if you don't have quite 1/4 of a cup, it all depends on you about how much of a ginger flavor you would like to have. It kind of depends upon how finely you chop it up. If you chop it up really small, then it's gonna take a lot more to fill 1/4 of a cup than if you have a bunch of little air pockets in there from larger pieces. And once we have all this cut up, you're going to need a 1/2 cup of water and a 1/2 cup of sugar. So we will now head to the stove then. One thing I forgot to mention is that you will need something to store your syrup in. So I use a mason jar. Mason jar is pretty nice because you can pour it in there after it's cooled some, but you don't have to wait until it's completely cooled. Whereas if you were going to use like a Rubbermaid tote or something like that, you would probably want it to cool completely before you dumped anything in there. Because it makes enough for about 8 to 10, depending on how much syrup you like to add, drinks. So we now need our 1/2 cup of water, and then our sugar. And the sugar will dissolve here into the water, and once that's all dissolved, then we will add the pineapple juice and the fresh ginger, and we will go from there. So our sugar is all dissolved now, and now we can add our pineapple juice. And our ginger. And you just dump the ginger right in because we'll strain it out here at the end. And then you just bring this to a boil and you let it simmer for 10 minutes. You don't need to constantly stir it. You can just stir it once in a while during this whole process. And I'm just waiting for it to boil. So we are now starting to boil, and we'll reduce heat here some and give it a stir. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 10 minutes now. So and I will show you what it's like when I'm done. Just make sure you never leave your stuff unattended. So I'm going to record me here while this simmers, just so that you know I didn't abandon the stove either. So in case you weren't sure, this is what a simmer looks like. It's just little bitty bubbles, not great big bubbles. And I'm on fairly low heat here. Alright. I'm halfway between medium and low. Your stove might be different, you might need more or less heat. Alright, there's our timer. Turn this off. Remove from heat. Now, ginger takes a long time for the flavor to kind of leach out of those ginger pieces, so we're actually just going to cover this, and so the heat will stay in, and you leave it for a half hour, 45 minutes, depending upon how, again, flavorful you want it to be with ginger flavor, and then you'll come back and then we can store it. And we'll be back in 30 minutes. That is our half-hour timer. So we are going to go ahead and we can now take our syrup and strain it to get the ginger chunks out. This maybe you can't see in there without me stirring it very well, but it's thickened up. It's got a really kind of gingery yellow color to it now. So, and the pineapple also, of course, with some of that. I strain it, and then this is the whitest thing I have, I guess, that also pours well, so that's why I use this measuring cup, but you might need to use what you have. And then I kind of spread that all around so that it actually drains through. And I have left this to drip before. I've also just kind of like you can see, I've just kind of pushed it back and forth until I feel like it's drained fairly well, until it stops. When you move it around, you can see liquid kind of pooled down at the bottom along the ginger chunks, and I just try to work all that out. So. And then with this, we'll be all set to actually make our drink tomorrow. It's getting to be a little late for me to make one tonight. Matcha has quite a bit of caffeine for just it being tea, so I prefer to drink mine in the morning. So I think tomorrow morning is when I will show you how to do this. And then even though it's sat for a half hour, it's still a little warm, which is why I was saying, you know, if you're gonna put it in something that's plastic, it probably needs to cool just a little bit more yet, but if you're going to do a mason jar, it should be just fine. And then you do need to store it in the refrigerator. So, and it's good for about a week and a half. So we're now ready to make our pineapple ginger matcha. So I start off, and you need a cup of coconut milk, and then I add about half of it to the cup, and then I add the matcha. And matcha is just very, very finely powdered green tea that you actually, instead of it being like you brew it and you remove the leaves, you just brew all of it and then drink it. Apparently it's super good for you though. So you need 1 teaspoon of that. And then you need 2 tablespoons of the syrup that we made last night. Then you have to stir it up. Or if you have a whisk, actually, a whisk works a little better too sometimes. And then you can add the ice that you want. And there you go.